The Kutta Torah, Pashas Behar, Daf Mimalef Amud Aleph. The pasuk says, "As Shabsosai Tishmoru Umigdoshi Tiro." You should keep my Shabbos, and you should fear my Migdash. So the words it is used at Shabsosai, which coming and indicate two Shabbosim. So explanation is Pirush Shabsosai Em Shtei Shabboses, two Shabboses. Chazal said, Rabbi Yechanan, the name of Rabbi Shimon Yochai. If the Yidden would have watched and kept two Shabbos properly, they right away would be redeemed. And the concept of two Shabbos, that in every Shabbos there's two kinds of Shabbos. It says Eilos Shabbos b'Shabbate. In other words, the Shabbos and the Shabbos inside the Shabbos. In other words, there's double Shabbos. As it says in the Zohar, Bereshis Daf Yamud Beis, that the Shabbos Tata, the Shabbos Ilah. There's a lower Shabbos and higher Shabbos, and that is in every Shabbos. And this is what it says as Shabsei Tishmoru. And the Yerushalmi it says if the Yidden would keep one Shabbos appropriately, right away Ben David ba. Now the Mashiach will come if in one Shabbos. But the explanation of it is it's not contradicting to previous statement, but two Shabbos refers to the two level of one Shabbos. We first of all have to understand the concept of Shabbos. It's known that Shabbos is the concept when the worlds are being elevated and going to a higher state. And all the action of Torah mitzvahs, Torah and good deeds that a person did all of the week, being elevated by Shabbos. But now that they're becoming elevated in Shabbos itself, because the work that we do on the weekdays is much lower than the level of Shabbos. So it cannot be elevated through Shabbos. But there is shining of Shabbos, of Torah mitzvahs every day. In other words, the tefillah, davening, is so to say the elah, the sacrifice that goes completely to Hashem, and that elevates all the Torah mitzvahs that the person does in time of davening. So in other words, in the weekday itself, you have the concept of Shabbos, and that is the concept of Korban Elah. That's what he said before, Elah Shabbos b'Shabbate, that Korban Elah, the sacrifice that goes completely to Hashem, is like Shabbos, and every day we have that concept through davening. So when a person does Torah and does mitzvahs, the commandment of Hashem, it's being elevated through the davening, through the prayers. Just like Shabbos is called Elah Shabbos because all of the elevation that happens in Shabbos, the same thing every day. And after all the davening of all the weekdays, they take all the Torah mitzvahs that becoming part of it, and that they now become part of Shabbos itself. We have to understand what is the concept of going up on all this elevation. It says, Hashem's glory is all over the world. Why do we need to have all of this elevation? And it says in the pasuk v'ksiv ki havayu elikim b'shamayim mal v'alas mitachas. So what is the concept? You need to elevate it. Hashem is here everywhere. As the Zohar says, there's no place which is empty from him. In other words, why do you need to elevate it? What is the concept that is being used many times? The elevation of the worlds. And also the pasuk says Elah Shabbos, that the concept is that they're going up. What is the concept of going up? And first of all, that will be understood through understanding first the concept of Yeridus and Neshama Beguf. The Neshama, the soul, came down to a physical body, into a physical world, which is a tremendous going down, and the purpose is in order to go up. Before the Neshama came down to this world, it was very high level. As it says, Israel Olu b'machshava. The Yidden, the Jewish nation, so to say, came up in Hashem's thought. In other words, the Malachim, for example, are created beruach piv kol tzavam, in the wind of his mouth. And similar that you cannot compare the words that the person speaks, that they're nothing compared to a person, and no change becomes in a person from his speech, and a person can, technically speaking, without no end. Similar to that, all the world and all of the angels are completely like nothing. They only look shining. And they're not taking his place whatsoever compared to Hashem. But the Yidden, it says, Olu b'machshava. They came up in the level of thought. We'll continue with Hashem next time.